Hi, I'm Andrew Swan and I'm here with Sam Walkham. We're the team from AGBU who is behind the development of sheep genetics indexes.
Today we're presenting a series of videos which describe the modelling within SheepObject which we use to develop the Merino Select research indexes.
We hope you'll enjoy the videos. In previous videos we looked at our new Merino indexes and how the focus has shifted from valuing production through output traits towards resilience, welfare and sustainability. However, it's still important to consider the output traits because without profit we don't have sustainable enterprises. As a dual-purpose animal, merinos derive income from both wool and sales of surplus sheep, including lambs, cull-breeding ewes and potentially wethers. In this video we'll explain how the SheepObject model values income from these sources. Firstly, the model values wool on the basis of cut per head and price per kilo, accounting for the costs of wool harvesting and marketing. Wool cuts per head are based on appropriate greasy fleece weight averages at different ages and wool growth periods. Wool prices have been based on 5-year averages for fleece wool provided by AWEX for weather trial comparisons. Price averages in this period show quite strong micron premiums for increased price with lower fibre diameter and to a lesser extent with higher staple strength. When we calculated the value of reducing fibre diameter with these data, we end up with a very high emphasis on diameter relative to other traits in all indexes. Given the need to have balanced outcomes across a range of other traits, we reduce the micron premiums used in our new indexes. And in doing so, we're able to better match new indexes to current industry trends which are essentially holding diameter constant. For breeders aiming to target higher quality wool, we developed the fine wool index with a higher micron premiums and a greater emphasis on diameter. One issue which has always generated interest in the merino industry is the importance of lifetime wool production, with a particular focus on production from adult ewes. What the analyses for the new indexes show is that wool from young sheep, lambs and hoggets contributes about half of the total income from wool in most enterprises. This is because profit is annual, and in any given year we typically have more young sheep than adult breeding ewes, and prices for wool from young sheep are higher. While this might seem counterintuitive, another way to think about it is that over the lifetime of a ewe that makes it through to 5 or 6 lambings, most of her own lifetime wool production is harvested as an adult, but her lambs are producing wool along the way, also contributing to the total. So as a breeding ewe unit over a lifetime, we would end up with a similar balance of income as shown in the table. One of the key drivers of outcomes in the new indexes is the genetic relationships between wool traits and breech wrinkle. For example, we have unfavourable relationships between fleece weight and fibre diameter and staple strength. An emphasis to reduce breech wrinkle in the new indexes is unfavourably related to both fleece weight and fibre diameter. The good news is that these unfavourable relationships are small to moderate, and by including all traits in the index with appropriate emphasis, we can achieve balanced improvement. One thing that helps us to do this is not trying to push the micron premium too high. Moving on to returns from lambs and surplus sheep, these have also been based on price averages for the last 5 years using MLA reporting data. There are several options for sheep sales depending on the production system. Lambs can be sold on a carcass basis direct to the plant, in which case we use carcass prices and include lean meat yield in the index, and this happens for the maternal lamb index, for example. Alternatively, lambs can be sold on a live weight basis through sale yards. Surplus ewes are sold on a per head basis, including a premium for larger ewes. For example, prices for dry ewes culled after preg scanning are higher than cast for age ewes. Comparing profit from wool versus lamb and surplus sheep sales is a simple way to see the differences between the systems, ranging from the wool focus fine wool index through to the maternal lamb index with its focus on turning off lambs, including crossbreds. The wool production and sustainable merino indexes fall in between the two extremes. So that's a brief explanation of how the primary output traits of wool and surplus sheep are modelled in the new indexes. More information is available on the Merino Select website and from the team at Sheep Genetics and AGBU.